Want to win some prizes for you and your love? Well, this Valentine's you can in Pick 4's Spin for Love promotion with the Caribbean Lottery. Spend $15 or more on Pick 4 and place your non-winning tickets into the drop box provided for a chance to spin our love wheel all through February. Win sweet Valentine's prizes like dinners for two, free groceries, and more. Get your Pick 4 tickets today at any Caribbean Lottery retail agents island-wide. Must be ages 21 and over to play.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Not sure what to get this Valentine's Day? Visit Smart Electronics and get 20% discount at any of their 3 locations at the Value Mart Complex, Farms Estate on Nevis, at Port Zante, opposite the food court, and on 4th Street, right in the heart of Bastyr St. Kitts. They have everything electronic to make this Valentine's Day a memorable one. Let Smart Electronics be that quality outlet for that special person in purchasing a laptop, cellular phone, flat screen television, a washing machine. How about a DVD player, a stove, microwave, a blender, and many, many more in top brands. For example, LG, HP, Samsung, Panasonic, and many more high-end brands. Visit them now or call 466-4271 or 466-7648 in St. Kitts and on Nevis 469-4270. Let Smart Electronics transition your home into a modern and unique look. Terms and conditions apply.
If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me young girl.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Cetamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Cetamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you. The time by Cetamol Cold and Flu is
28 minutes, moving up to the hour of 9 o'clock. Well, attention to all of our listeners. Welcome to On the Road, or traffic discussion that we have each and every Wednesday morning at 8:30. In the studio with me, I have Sergeant Henry. Good morning and welcome once again.
Good morning, GQ, and how are you?
I am great. I was looking for a different adjective to use, but the great is going to be suffice for now.
Okay, I want to say a pleasant good morning to the radio listeners and those also who are viewing via the internet. As you can say, I am Sergeant Henry, and I'm here this morning to talk about road signs. And road signs are there to serve as a warning to all road users to ensure they are safe from potential driving hazard and situation. They also help regulate the flow of traffic among vehicles, not only vehicles, as well as other road users, pedestrians, cyclists. And for example, you can even include animals. Because they have the thing where you say animals are crossing, right? And traffic control signals are devices placed along, beside, or above a roadway to guide, warn, and regulate the flow of traffic. So this morning I'm going to talk about the traffic lights. And you know, the traffic lights were put in place to regulate the flow of traffic and to make it easy for persons who are using the road, whether motorists or pedestrians. Because if it doesn't have a thing for pedestrians to cross, they wouldn't get to cross because the traffic will just be flowing. Because even sometimes the walk is on for pedestrian and the people them still want to drive. So that's why we gave each person a chance to move when it's their turn. And we know last year they commissioned, I think it's about 6 of them. And persons are still turning right when they are not supposed to turn. For example, up to yesterday I was coming up College Street Gutter. And a young lady coming from west to east, and she want to go down. So she hold up the traffic and she have on her signal, her indicator. And the traffic warden is directing her, but it come like she don't understand what she's saying. Eventually, she tried to make the turn, and the traffic warden tell her, no, you have to go straight. So once you're traveling from west to east on Central Street, from Kearn Street, coming from Greenland direction, you should not or you must not take a left turn down into College Street. If you're coming from east to west on the same street that's coming from the Bastille Police Station going towards Greenlands, you should not or you must not turn right up into College Street. Also, when you're coming from Greenlands end to the Bastille Police Station, you should not turn into Church Street. You should not take a right into Church Street. So these are the no right turns you're not supposed to take when traveling on these roads. Also, we got some information that persons are turning right into Port Zante East. That's when you're coming from west to east. And the persons who are doing this are the taxi drivers. So I'm appealing to the taxi drivers, those who are doing it, to desist from such practice, because it's an illegal turn you are doing. And if you are caught or if you get an accident, you will be charged for dangerous driving. Not joking attention. It will be dangerous because you know you're not supposed to turn right. And you should not turn right. This morning I have with me Mr. Pemberton from Public Works, and he's here to give you all some information from Public Works, and I'll turn over to him right now.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, GQ. How are you this morning?
I am great.
Nice. And good morning to those in Radioland. It's a pleasure to be here to bring you some information from the Public Works Department.
Yes.
I want to thank Sergeant Henry for introducing me so kindly. This morning, GQ, we're here to let the public know that finally the junction of Bird Rock and Bay Road, that intersection, the traffic signal, that will be commissioned shortly. We have the contractor on the ground. They are doing some civil works at the moment, which should be completed within a week. And thereafter, that traffic signal should be commissioned. You would be aware that in the past, we would have identified some 7 traffic signals to be commissioned within the Bastille area. 6 of those would have been in operation thus far. And the one at Bird Rock Bay Road, that created some issues which we were able to sort out over the ensuing year. And so we are now ready to move where that is concerned. So we just want to alert the general public to be aware that those signals there, they will be turned on pretty shortly. And so we want people to become familiar with some of the changes that will take place there. Okay, the lanes will be clearly marked. The signals would have the appropriate arrows to indicate to you which direction you should be going. There will be sensors in the road, and the purpose of the sensors is to let the control system know that somebody is there and they're desirous of getting out. And so once you're on the sensor, a message would be sent and would be say, okay, GQ wants to go to Bird Rock, so GQ would have his own time to cross, or it might say somebody's at the pedestrian crossing and they want to pass, so all of the traffic in that area will come to a halt, and the persons will be allowed when the silhouette man shows up. So again, we just want to alert the public that those lights there in the Bird Rock Bay Road Junction, they will be commissioned shortly. All right, so please be aware of that and govern yourselves accordingly.
Is there any other issue you want to bring to the table while you're here before we open the lines?
No, I'll just listen to the general public and I'll respond accordingly.
All right. Anything else from you, Sergeant Henry?
If there's a call, we can take that.
All right. 465-2555. That's the number to call for you to get in with your questions and concerns. And Mr. Pemberton, thank you for the heads up and really appreciate that.
Most welcome.
And for those of you in the United States, 718-577-2916. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, GQ.
Yes, good morning, Culture.
This is PWOP. And good morning, Miss PWP.
Good morning, Culture.
And Mr. Pemberton.
Good morning, sir.
I want to thank the police for this program and ZIZ, because this program is extended to us to call in with problems and offer solutions. And that is what I myself and others have been doing about these pedal bikes that were altered into a motorbike. And since we talk about it, I haven't heard or seen any on the road. So thank you all for listening to our cry when we cry. Keep it up. Good works. Have a good day.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
Thank you, caller.
You caught me by surprise here, boy. Culture, sorry, partner, boy. That's out of the norm for you, buddy, but thank you. Appreciate it. Really appreciate that, my brother. All right, 465-2555. That's 2555 and 718-577-2916. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning.
sir. Good morning.
Thank you, and good morning, the Sergeant there.
Good morning.
Sergeant, I just bringing something today. I know when I was a young boy growing up, and anybody carrying extra cargo and it's over in the vehicle, they used to walk with a red flag to show that you have something longer than the vehicle back. Nowadays, I notice I see a lot of people heading cargo in vehicles that over the body or the back of the vehicle, and they're not carrying any flag. Just the other night there, about 8 o'clock, I see a guy heading steel, which is dark, but no flag to indicate that something is to the back of the vehicle. They're just depending on the light. And I mean, I want to know if the traffic department done away with the flag behind when you have something intruding over the vehicle. That is my question.
Caller, as far as I know, no, traffic department hasn't done away with it. You know, some person just take chances, but when they take chances, things happen. So person who are doing that, if you know you're carrying cargo and it's longer than the vehicle and will cause some damage to other persons, please place the red flag that there that persons can see.
All right, let's go to the phone line. Hey, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Captain Henry and Mr. Pemberton.
Good morning.
My little concern is thereby in front of Gillard gas station, where you enter on the Williams Highway to go whether left or right. The mirror there, seems as though somebody had run into it, so it's now facing the ground. So it's not really serving the purpose that it should be serving at the present moment. And that used to be, I mean, it's a very great assistance when you're coming out from the gas station. Thank you. That's my input.
Good morning, caller. Yes, I've noticed that, but right now we are presently out of mirrors. So I'm asking persons who are coming from Gillard, just please drive with caution. Be cautious when you're coming out. Make sure you look left and right before you proceed out.
Good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Lightbird.
Yes, good morning, Dale.
And good morning to the inspector and the sergeant there.
Good morning.
I'd like to find out from you all what you all are doing with those number plates which are turning with a different color. Because it's outrageous now to see some cars have the number showing properly and some you cannot even see the number. And I think you all should step up and get those cars with the number that fading corrected. Have a good morning.
Thank you, caller. We are doing it. We are looking into that. But some going to pass and some will get penalized. But as soon as we see them, we pull them over, we talk to them, we give them a chance to get it correct.
All right. Good morning. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, chaps.
Good morning, GK. Officer, you know, my pet peeve is person with disabilities. Now, I heard Mr. Pemberton mention about Birdrock and the new light that would be commissioned soon. But I didn't hear him say anything about trying to aid persons with disabilities in crossing that same area. Now, there are a couple of people with wheelchairs who would have to go to the supermarkets from in the area up there, and sometimes crossing the light, the time is kind of short. So I would like for you all to address persons with disabilities and crossing these traffic lights that you all have in place, please. Thank you very much.
Any response, Mr. Pemberton?
Okay, thank you very much for that caller. When the timing on the traffic lights are being decided, they're being decided based on the width of the road, and also it is intended for the slowest amongst us to be able to get across the road. For instance, you would recognize once the silhouette man is up, the light does not change until that silhouette man goes down, and then you have some maybe 7 seconds after that before the light changes. So it gives the slowest of us the opportunity to cross the road. But I will take on board what the caller would have said, and we will look at the timing again to see if there's any way we can add any more. But that was taken in consideration when coming up with the timing.
Good morning. You're live.
Morning, thank you.
Hey, good morning, Lou.
Morning, Nurse Henry.
Good morning.
You taking care of you?
Yes, yes.
She headphone on properly this morning.
Taking care of you with your headphone?
Yes, it's on properly.
All right. And good morning to the gentleman. Yes, you have a very nice, clear voice. I don't know if I know.
Mr. Pemberton.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Good morning.
Down by the memorial there, I noticed some of the thing that haven't stopped. Some of them, maybe it's 2 of them, are still in the road. They ain't up. Like somebody knocked them off or something, so they're on the ground, if you are going to check it out. The stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
It is on the ground. It's not on the post or the iron thing. It's on the ground, so you ain't see no sign there.
Okay.
They know they're going to stop, but it still ain't up.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks for bringing that to our attention.
Thanks,
Okay.
caller.
All right. Okay.
Good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Yes, Sergeant Henry,
Good
in
morning.
relation to the mirror by Gillard, the mirror is still good. It just supposed to the bend, so the mirror is facing facing down towards the ground. The mirror is still in.
You heard what he said, right?
Yeah, the mirror is still in, but
Okay.
the post turn.
Okay. So that would be Public Works, or would that be?
Both of us.
Oh, okay.
Because we have to get the whole dig to put it back in.
And get another pole to put the.
No, the pole is there, but the person like they knock it so it shift.
Okay.
And it's like it was cemented in.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We just have about 10 more minutes left inside of the program. If you just tuned in, Mr. Pemberton brought some update for us as it relates to the traffic light in the Birdwalk area. It's going to be commissioned really soon, shortly, as he indicated. And we're also talking about signs as well on the road, and adhere to the signs. If you have any other issues that you want to bring to the table, you can do so. And the number to call is 465-2555. And those of you overseas, like this caller, 718-577-2916. Good morning to you.
Hello, JQ. Good morning.
Yes.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny Boy.
This is calling. This question is for Sergeant Henry. 18-wheeler truck running sinkers.
I didn't hear that question.
16-wheeler. He asked if 16-wheeler trucks are in sinkers.
Not 18.
I have no idea, caller.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, good. Okay, we lost that one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
I believe he's referring to the container, the truck that pull container. I don't know how many wheels, but they got a lot of wheels. Because they got 40-footer and they got 20-footer, etc. But my question to the police officer is, there may be one or two questions. I want to find out if carrying, like sand, that kind of thing, or garbage in these trucks, if it is unlawful or illegal. Because as far as I know, they're supposed to be covered. That's one thing. And then I just told them that nothing on them, but they got a heat thing. And if you're on the roadside, sometime in the past, things flying in your eyes if you ain't careful. And also, the last question, comment. I believe that the Old Road police station does some patrol in the vehicle. They used to complain that they don't have vehicles somewhere around. But they all overflowing with vehicles now. But I saw 2 vehicles parked right by the intersection of the main road. And police parked up and down and police let them over. So I want to know what's going on, and with these trucks parking up and down, I see police, see them, pass them, and they do nothing. I will go there.
Thank you, Carlo. Yes, persons who are carrying garbage to the landfill, they should be covered. Because, as you said, things are flying. And when the garbage fly out, they're not going to stop to take it up. So once it's covered, it is safe to go with it. With sand, I don't know about the sand, but I know about the garbage for sure. And thanks for that observation that you saw, where the vehicle were parked in the intersection. I will speak to the person in Old Road.
All right, let's go back to the line. Good morning.
Hello, Jicky. Good morning. This is Sonny Boy calling back. Tell Sergeant Henry 18 tires. A truck with 18 tires. That means the truck and the trailer have 18 tires. That's what you call the 18-wheeler.
Is there a point what you're asking?
If an 18-wheeler truck can run and sink it, that means they got all 18 tires between the tractor and the trailer. 18 tires. That's the question.
Thank you, Carlo.
Okay, Sonny Boy. All right, we'll go back to the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, morning.
I have an observation in relation to that traffic light by the gas station. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are.
Okay, going up there by Amory, vehicles are usually parked on this side by the Anglican Church. And the other day I observed a police in his vehicle came into the bakery. Vehicles were parked on the other side. He collected his stuff, and the police officer didn't even ask the people on the other side to move. So something has to be done in relation to that area specifically. Because sometimes the traffic there is congested because, you just come from the traffic light, heading up to the bakery, then you have vehicles on the side with the church and vehicles on the side with the bakery. So y'all need to look into that, please.
All right, thanks for raising that, bringing that to the police attention, I should say.
Thanks for your observation, but traffic patrol, when they're out, they usually ticket persons who are there or ask them to move on. So we usually patrol up there. Because there are certain times when people park over on that side, yes, and it really causes a congestion with the traffic.
All right. Just have about 5 more minutes left, and coming up at the top of the hour, we have 9 o'clock report, which will be coming to your compliments, The Grange, this morning. And then after that, we'll be getting ready for Skellig Power Talk. That will be at 9:30. Good morning. You're live.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good to hear you, JQ. I was hoping to call up a long time ago, and I keep missing this Wednesday morning.
But I'm glad you got in today.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Sergeant Henry for the job she's doing. I am the same person. I guess she know who I am. When I spoke about the crow by Dr. Lake coming around some months ago.
Yes.
I was quite heartened to see sometime after that, not only did she say to me that she had gotten in touch with Public Works, but that I also saw some time ago Public Works or whoever it was clearing the corner and making it wider. So that was something I want to get in long time, but I keep missing the Wednesday morning.
Okay.
So Sergeant Henry, I just want to commend and congratulate you on that. Now, I have something else which I guess it might be a little bit more technical, and I want to bring in this. Since I don't know what you're talking about, I just tuned in. But concerning the traffic lights, I am not going to call any officer's name. But before the road was being repaired or resurfaced, I looked at the markings they had in terms of where the vehicle should stop. And I said to a traffic officer, I said, listen, this marking is too close to where the light is. It needs to pull back some more. So I thought by the time that the road had been resurfaced, but apparently I don't know. Information probably may not be left behind for somebody who is coming to know what is there. But I want to suggest to you, and I cite myself and check it out, the marking where the vehicle should stop is too close to the lights. If you check at any one of them, you'd find if a long vehicle, a big vehicle to come around, sometimes the vehicles that on the stop sign by weight is got to reverse back a little bit. The area where the vehicle should stop needs to come back a little bit more, at least probably another 12, 15 feet in order to accommodate the bigger vehicles when they turn. Check it out, JC Sergeant, and see if it is not. I've seen it several times. Those places need to pull back some more. So where the white line, where you come up and stop, they need to dress back, because somebody gonna get in trouble. There's gonna be accident, and could even be more than that. Check it out, look and see if we could do anything about that, because it is necessary. That's my input. I gonna wait, watch and see. All right.
All right, man.
Carlo.
Thank you so much.
I will let the person from Public Works address that to you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller, for raising that. It's something that we would take under advisement. Just to let you know, though, that when these stop bars are put in, they are put in according to standards. But you would have raised an observation. We will take it on board and see if there is any adjustment that can be made.
All right, we'll take, we have 3 more minutes. We could take some more calls. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I want to make an observation about the traffic lights. I've noticed for several of them, right, that when the road is not so busy, you are traveling on the main road and the subsidiary road, right? There is no traffic coming down, but the lights will turn red on the main road. And to me, that doesn't make any sense. To my mind, the light should say green on the main thoroughfare all the time, unless a vehicle presents itself to the subsidiary road. When they do, they go through the timing sequence and they turn red. But if no vehicle is there on the subsidiary road, I don't see any reason why the light should change on the main road. That's just a point I wanted to make.
Okay, caller, thank you very much for that. As I would have explained earlier, each of the roads would have sensors in them. What the sensor does is that it sends a message to the control center, telling the control center that a vehicle is here or a pedestrian is here, and that vehicle or pedestrian would like to have an opportunity to access. All right, so if there is no one on the sensor, then it will not read that someone is there to get out. So that should not be an issue. And if you look at the timing on the roads, the main thoroughfare has the longer timing. All right, so please look at that again. It's something that we would have taken into consideration when coming up with the programming. And again, we thank you for your observation. We are on the ground observing, and we're also taking note, and so we'll look at that again, and if there is an issue, we will seek to address it.
All right, in closing, I have a question for you, Sergeant Henry and Mr. Pemberton, as it relates to the mirrors. The person is asking if there's a charge for when people knock it down, and if it's not, they think they should be responsible for replacing the mirrors. Mr. Pemberton is shaking his head. That's a yes?
Yes. How this should work, GQ, is that if there's an accident, the police should be called to do an investigation. Once the police would have done the investigation and the person is found to be culpable, then
the charges will be
charged.
laid.
Yes.
Okay. Accordingly. All right.
That's if we know who do it.
Okay. All right.
Because we have some place on like Fort Thomas Road and so, and we don't know if this person's doing it deliberate or is a vehicle.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So once you could get evidence.
Once you could ascertain who it is, then.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pemberton, thank you for being here. Any last words from you this morning?
Yes, I would just like again to appeal to the general public, the motoring public, to be aware that the final of the 7 intersections, that is the Bird Rock and Bay Road intersection, that traffic signal will be commissioned shortly. We just want you to be aware. You would have seen some markings, lanes in the road. Some persons are familiar with them. Some persons are still becoming familiar with them. We want to let you know that those will be signalized shortly, and we are asking persons to be aware. You would have, for example, when you're coming from the Bird Rock end, you would have a slip lane, you would have a through lane, and you would have a turning lane. All right, so please be aware of these. You would have the same thing on the Bird Rock end of the road. So if you're not too certain, you can just observe the traffic, how it is flowing before, get a pretty good idea as to how it should work, and then maneuver your way through that. We would have had the lights up for some time now, and so most persons should be familiar with the lighting system. Again, we want you to drive with due care and attention. Make your observations. If you have any points that you would like to raise with us, maybe things that we will not have observed, you can feel free to reach out to Public Works. We will take them on board and see if there are any adjustments that are to be made. Once again, from the Public Works end, we would like to implore the general public, have a safe drive on the traffic. Your rideability of the road should increase. Your tension in that area should be reduced with the commissioning of the traffic signal. Once again, please bear this in mind and be governed accordingly. Thank you.
And thank you for being here this morning.
You're welcome, sir.
Sergeant Henry, you have the last words.
I just want to thank all the callers who called in this morning. I want to thank you for your observation, your comments, and your concern. Remember, road signs are there to serve as a warning to all road users. So please be guided accordingly, and thank you.
Slow it down, man.